Hello, hello. I fear that the music might be a tad loud, perhaps? I don't know. But hi. Hello. How does it go? How's it going? It's good? Okay. Lovely. Okay. So, I'm not sure. I think today will be a shorter stream, but um let's see. Shorter stream, but I'm hoping to finish the the game that we were playing last week. I'm trying to hold myself accountable so that we can finish it and yeah, move on to other stuff. I don't want to have another game that we like don't finish. I've used the wrong shampoo and conditioner and now my hair is curly and wavy as fuck. That's good then, right? Curly wavy is so beautiful. That's what I strive for. I like a good combo. Just imagine chipping off, as in chomping off parts. No, I'm not chomping it off. It just looked like how fake leather looks. It looked a little like worn, and as if the chair had like little scratches or like stretch marks, I guess. And all of a sudden, it started to like chip away. And I'm sad because now I'm seeing like the little underneath the top layer, and it's uncomfy and feels gross. Like hard. So now I need like those like soft kitty paws that the gamer girls get to sit on. I will be so very honest. I don't know where we stopped. It's so cold, but I'm under sheets, so it's comfy as fuck. You're very lucky. It's so hot in my room right now. Very, very lucky. I'd love for it to be cold here. But unfortunately, I decided that it was gonna be, oh wait, it's evening? I don't know what I'm doing now. Decided it was going to be, summertime now, so I'm stuck with that. Hello, Enro! English lesson time, yippee! Hello! Yes, I do want to trade, by the way. How are you? Go down to supper. Oh, everyone's here. I'm glad to hear. I'm alright. A bit, I guess, down that I slept so long today. And like my plans are backwards. But that's okay. It's a party. It really is. Why is everyone here? I'm also I'm like munching in between stuff because I just got up like an hour ago, maybe? Hour and a half ago. So I'm eating now. It's a really backwards day right now. I'm trying to not think about it, but I'm trying to, you know, bon appetit. Thank you. Bon appetit. I'm having a cheese stick, some homemade bread, and I've yet to touch the banana. We're having a hobbit breakfast. Hobbit breakfast! I think the hobbits would actually have a lot more than me right now, but it's making me feel like a hobbit. Red. Heck yes. Okay, where are we at? Reverend Withernwick. A pleasure to see you. Are you well? In tolerable health. I'm glad to say, Miss Chapman. And you? I think I am not acquainted with all of your lodgers. Try to draw a personal connection given that my family were tailors, or bond over our shared difficulty, or joke. What would be better? I felt like I wasn't revealing who my family was, so I'm just gonna bond, maybe. I'm Lottie. Oh, Theophilus Withernwick. It is a Yorkshire name. Time was when I would not have intruded on a stranger. Okay. Down here, seems like any human companionship is welcome. Was good. Pretty much. The modern version is "was good. How are ya? Nice to meet ya." Horatio, if you've come about blankets, I've already brought everything I had spared. No, this is on a more serious matter. Just after morning prayer, I was approached by a woman, and not for the first time. Did we not already do this? Break in and tease him, catch Grizz's eye? Yeah, we've already done this. Maybe it's just saved at a weird place, I think. Yeah. Let's fast forward here. She asked for my soul. She asked for my very soul. I'll exist nearby. Whew. Okay, so we unlocked the church. Hello, Crow. Hello, hello. We're gonna try and power through the rest of this. I'm not saying it will be great. I'm not saying that I want to, but like, I want to just finish this story. Okay, let's stop fast forwarding. Beware of those yellow-eyed creatures. Grant them nothing they ask. I'll help her with the dishes. Let's make it fun while we're at it. Hell yeah. I'm gonna poke and prod and probably get a bad ending with them. Xbox game bar crash. I'm gonna cry. What even is that? Excuse me. Oh no! Straight to sleep. So we already done this. 265! 266! 7 days remain in the season of confession. 7 days! We can do it. We can do it. Another morning, another newspaper. Archie bought one, and the headlines read, London swallowed whole by Leviathan. Sermon on the wrath of an angry god. I am not too occupied otherwise. I can always ask my friends and acquaintances whether there's anything they need from me. They may have some additional tasks for me. I don't want to do them. I don't want to do them. Let's see. Let's recall the past again. Constable Harjeet checked on us at night. I think Grizz did say something about her family name. I can't really remember. Let's go Constable. Harjeet turned up as the constable of these streets right around the time London fell. I didn't see around here before that, but he's watched over the neighborhood since. That day, when the sky had gone red, even though it wasn't yet time for sunset, Harjeet knocked on the servant's door. He was carrying a lantern. All well in the house? Any wounded? Any missing? Any dead? Anyone bunking with you that didn't live here yesterday? It was Horatio who answered, of course. No, that's not right. Or hang on, did I answer? These are very peculiar, like, choices, but I guess I'm turning how the story was. I think it's only right that the owner of the house answers. Everyone's here that's supposed to be here. No need to be concerned about us. It's the line of duty. There wasn't anything to find. If anyone does come to stay with you that doesn't belong, I'm not turning away anyone from my door that comes in need of food or a bit of shelter. I was only going to ask that you inform the constabulary Well, that was a struggle. In case they're suffering from confusion and have relations looking for them. We offered him something to eat before we left. We were glad when he left. The evening felt more frightening when he was gone. Let's offer him something to eat in these hard times. These hard, trying times. I honestly have no idea how where this storyline could go. You know? We have a few provisions if you need food. It looks like it will be a long night. I can't stay, but thank you. It's kind of you to offer. Lovely. Choking. I'm choking! Ooh, what is this? A sort of fork? It shows my allegiance to my yellow-eyed friends. Peculiar. When did I get that? It's really hard to know what to wear when I'm going out. I don't know what my goals are right now. Craft a plot for Rachel's next novel? Craft a story about what is really going on. I have to keep interviewing and take more pages back. Sure. Do we continue this? This is complete. I feel like I did Rachel's story. Okay, so that's where Mr. Pages is, I think. Oh, sporting house, Thrall Street. Let's go somewhere we haven't been yet. Oh wait, take the census with him. Yes, we don't want a social visit. We just want to take his info. I find Theophilus. He's got a strange name. At his prayers. Explain, I'm simply working for the ministry on the census? Yes. The Ministry of Accounting and Recounting have asked me to work on the census. He shows no enthusiasm for the ministry. Okay. Don't blame him. A decree went out from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. I'll just go with it. I'll just go with it. Maybe then he'll give me more info. Render unto Caesar as they say. I have to clear my throat. Hold on. Just gotta YOLO it. I feel like that's what I'm doing. Just going on a whim here. Trying my best because I have no idea what's happening. And what does Caesar want at the moment? There is not a great deal in the poor box. Just a few answers about your habits. It would only take a moment. Simply ask about his household, respond with protective kindness, try to establish some trust. Protective kindness, maybe. There's nothing for you to worry about. I suppose the parish provides you with housing, or do you have to board out? I live alone in the rooms provided for the vicar of this parish. There is a woman who comes twice a week to clean, or there was. Her visits have been more erratic of late. Okay, do I ask about his romantic connections? React protectively despite the hostile tone. Make the mood even more disagreeable. Why would I do that? The first one. Are you married? I was married. The lady was 2 or 3 years older than myself. A very sensible and capable woman. Her name was Anne. Sweet. Ask what became of his wife or back off what might be a sensitive subject. Nah, we're gonna push it. Is she no longer with you? It is a sad but not unusual tale. Appeal to the expectations of the church. Use my authority to bully Theophilus. Oh, I forgot my little hat. My bullying hat. My hat of power. Stand closer to him and ask again. I'll just appeal. My hat of power! It's a very funky looking hat, too. I hope as a man of the cloth, you set a good example in marriage. Ugh. He hesitates. You've earned my trust. Hell yeah! Anne died, giving birth to our first child. The baby did not survive her, but more than a few days. I'd hoped to be reunited with them in the hereafter, but we see what the hereafter has proven to be, at least in my case.
Hello, beautiful.
Hello, darling. How are you? How are you this day? Emotional manipulation speedrun? Facts. I feel like if I'm working for the ministry, aka like kind of the government, then that seems about right. Seems the Almighty has deemed me unworthy. That is sad. Sad life. We'll cry about it, I guess. Hello, dear. We're stuck in a meeting. Boo. Boo. Tomato, tomato. At meetings. You're fine. Completely fine. It's always a joy to see you. That's crazy ass reaction. What's up, Fortnite gig? Stop it. So cute. My Fortnite duos. Crow and Enro. Top tier. Challenges theological interpretation. Do I sympathize? Let's sympathize. I mean, I already have his trust, but we'll sympathize. Sympathize. I'm sorry. These are terrible times. Thank you. You're too kind. You know, I do it again. All in a day's work. Came to London afterward at the invitation of a friend, a fellow who went into orders around the same time. Ooh, who's that? He supposed a change of scenery would suit me, and it did for a number of years. Now I admit, I would give a great deal to be back in the East Riding. Hello? Oh shit. Something has landed on the roof. Is it my man's? Is it my man's? Sounds like my man's. Yeah. Rude. It sees us. Yeah, sure hope it does. Let me make sure I look good. Oh, it left. Bat. Why just bat? That was so good. Good comedic timing. Oh, he's still here. He's just making his way over. No worries. Make light of this obvious danger. Point out that it's far too large to be a bat. Wait, he thinks it's a bat? Oh, the usual. Just a very ginormous bat. Admit to being afraid of the thing. Nah, we're gonna play it cool. It's larger than any bat I've seen. Larger than an eagle. Come to that. That's man size. Vampire rar. I hope it sparkles. A gargoyle? An imp? It's landed there a few times before, especially when the choir is practicing. See? Just like Phantom. He loves the beautiful singing. Shout wildly at the thing. Recommend the purchase of a good rifle. Say nothing until it goes away. I want to be on the monster side, not gonna lie. I'll just remain silent and listen. One wouldn't want to encourage it to come inside and investigate. Damn, I should have yelled. Bye, honey. Thing up there is gone. Theophilus says nothing. He is still listening for the thing on the ceiling. Flirt with Theophilus? Absolutely not. We just talked about his dead wife. Ask about his work. Ask what happened to the church roof. I feel like we know what happened to the church roof. I'm done. I don't want any more time here. Get me out of the church. Get me out. I make excuses to be going. It was good of you to stop in. Lord, see you safely home again. Lord should see this place safely upheld, because Lord's not stopping these monsters, but you know, who am I? If this was set in America, they would say it's just them raccoons in the attic again. That's true. That's true. It's just a possum. I mean, he did say it was a bat. I can just manage another errand today. Only one more. Story crafting ideas discovered. Feared predators. Fought a flying creature. Okay. I mean, alright. Not the options I would say I'm hoping for, but, you know. We can bring the census to my man's. Head outside. Continue my romance with Mr. Pages. Provide Mr. Pages with additional... While Grizz is there. Damn it. I'ma pop in. I'ma pop in and romance him. Might look a little okay, well he keeps yelling at me when I don't bring my badge, so... Mr. Pages and I know one another too well now for any minor eccentricities of dress to surprise it. I may still have my own preferences about how I wish to appear, however. Wear the badge, don't wear the badge. Make up your mind. We know another too well for any minor address to surprise. I'm having a hard time understanding what it wants me to do. Should change. I'm satisfied with this. It's like come and be romantic, wear the rose. You know, he yells at me again. I'll change. I'll risk him yelling at me again. I mean, I don't want to lose my job. That's fine. See? He's gonna expect me to turn up with my badge on. Blah, blah, blah. I'll wear the stupid badge. No. You know what? Just... Mr. Pages is familiar with me by now. What do you want me to do, game? Do you want me to wear the stupid badge or not? Chat. Help. Decide, badge or no badge. Because I can't. While I take a bite of my cheese and bread. You know what? I'm just gonna show up in my rose. If he yells at me, he yells at me. This is why you don't... This is why you don't sleep with your boss. The lines get blurred. She can't make up its mind. Last night, your name was spoken in a cauldron of masters. What does that mean? No predictions were affixed, but the phenomenon was an oh Jesus Christ, antidesideranum. My man's so handsome, but I don't understand what he's saying. Sir, I need you to break it down for me. I'm a little bit dumb, please. Have you been followed in leaving here? I'm gonna say yes. Or incoming. Okay, no. No, I haven't, apparently. You are not suffering from a deficiency in any of your senses that would make you more easily caught? Other than the sense of love, then no. Hey! You all are gonna get your metal pipe privileges taken away from you.
Oh no, he's hot!
Exactly. Thank you. Oh, what did I miss? Maybe... He is! We had a nice smooch last time, too. And there's definitely something under that cloak. Yeah, maybe he is the bat. I'm thinking that this is like kind of D&D themed. I'm thinking that he's, what you call? He's like the character with like the tentacles in his face. I could be so wrong, but I think that is him. What are they called? Gosh, I can't remember. A mind flare. I kind of think it's that. There's a bunch of like tinier ones running around the city. W-Riz. Hell yeah. A stoppage in your organs of echolocation? Sir, I don't think we have the same organs. I saw a curious monster once at the church, and I thought it was you. What was its periculent aspect? Oh my god, help. I only saw the eyes. Were they faceted? Numerically excessive? They were just like yours, larger than life. No. Two of ordinary shape. Yellow, slitted, burning, black. They looked more like your eyes. Aha! Exactly what I just said. But perhaps larger and more sinister. This is not good. We must disassociate. No, let's not disassociate, please. We gotta focus here. Find out what concerns it. Offer comfort. I'll offer you comfort. Lean on my shoulder, baby girl. We've survived a great deal so far. We should not panic. So far, you have survived only the fall, the communal catabasis. You have not been to the boatman, or heard the voice of the well, or faced the, oh Jesus, the Shasharaj of hell. Somebody needs to give you an English dictionary, because some of these words are just not it. Do not boast of hardience. Well, I'm about to boast that I don't think half of the words you're saying are correct. Agree to end things. Insist there must be a way to continue our association. I'm sorry, I take it all back. I'm sorry. I love you. Okay, I had to cough. Surely there are ways we could keep safe. Avoid the presence of strangers. Keep away from the sky. Abstain from absinthe. Absinthe? Isn't that the drink? The green drink? Makes you trip. Hello, just make up words for Scrabble. Yes. It really does. Tell no one what you do here. Oh, I won't. Secret safe. What we do together is so secret. Break the mirrors in your home. Refuse honey if anyone offers it. Okay. I mean, I don't know how I'm supposed to make sure I look good to come see you, but that's fine, I guess. Agree to all these terms. Joke, follow up that mention of the mirrors. Oh, I'll just agree blindly. That's not so bad. Would it be possible to avoid sleep? You know, here's where we're at an impasse. I don't think I can do that. For a few nights, perhaps. We may requisite centuries. Okay. Express my long-term commitment. Suggest we carry on until things get too scary, then go our ways. Break things off. Ride or die. Ride or die, baby. We're in it for the long haul. I will do whatever is needed, whatever it takes to stay with you. Oh. The other masters will not forget or go away. But all our time is stolen time. take its meaning and ask nothing more, refuse to understand, offer the consolation of the written word. Is that like writing a letter or? It's like, do I push what's happening? Do I push to know more? I'm very curious, but at the same time I don't want to ruin like what's going on, because he's very quick to be like, rah, rah, no. I also don't know what offer the consolation of the written word would do. I'll just go again blindly. I know. Then we'll make use of what we have. Ah, I love it. I love to hear it. Oh. I take a step closer. Ooh. We both know I'm not here to conduct any important business. Is your heart involved? Measure the degree. What do you collectify and gatherate? See, this is what I'm saying. He is talking in wicked terms. Like literal the musical Wicked. What is the nature of your hoarding? Speak of my magnificent wardrobe. Claim to have no collections. Apologize for not wishing to speak of it. Okay, he asked about my heart and then he said, like, what all things do I have? I don't have anything. I don't collect anything. No? I see. We're incongruent in this. Does the difference complement or does it irreconcile? I love a good collection. This is fine. Pay more and we can talk. Period. I should have said I had a wardrobe. Because then he likes to have a collection. I like to have a collection. But I don't really have anything, so it's for the best. This is fine. Two committed hoarders in the same vicinity might come to aggravate one another. Yeah. Love a good yin and yang. You have a pin that is fake, by the way. Wait, I forgot about that. It's fake. I have observed it. We can go in for another kiss. Do we kiss? Do we admit we have feelings? If I admit I have feelings, then... Whoa, spicy. We've already kissed once, but I don't think it was like anything was happening. He was just like, ah, this was a test. I'm just testing things out. He's a phony, a big fat phony. Why is he a phony? The homie's giggling in the corner. Kicking my feet, twirling my hair. Let's kiss him. Let's go for the smooch. This time I try sitting on a desk for height. He's so tall. The experiment is not wholly a success. Pages is distracted by the damage to its hoard of vellum. Okay. Boo-hoo, pay attention to me. Turn the subject to its life and business. We find ourselves speaking of the fate of London and the changes intentionally made. The Cavern of the Neath will naturally change it in certain ways, loosening the physilegal restrictions. Other altercations are down to the master's deliberate efforts, according to Mr. Pages. The laws of marriage are rewritten. Inhibitions of affection vigorously countermanded. Stop making up words and just kiss me. Come on. Vellum, a material used in the past for writing on or for covering a book like leather for animals. Interesting. Why does he have an abundance of that? Or why is he so focused on that in particular? Mr. Pages is coy about how this is accomplished, though it makes reference to water and to dreams. It seems to find a relief in telling me those stories, perhaps secure in the belief that I will not understand them. Okay. It's the modern calculator app. He's shy. Mean his Riz is working? His denial of you is making you want him more? I'm flabbergasted. I've been trying since the beginning to get him to like me. I just like his character. His design. If this was real life and he was like, no, I don't do playing hard to get. Nah. Nah! I take things at face value. If somebody doesn't show me they like me, I'm just like, okay, moving on. Do the whole, like, coldness or just, like, giving you, like, an inch and then turning you away. Nah. Nah. Write me a sonnet. Write me a romantic letter. Proclaim your love on the rooftop. Then you may have my hand. So mysterious. I do love mysteriousness, though. Not gonna lie. We all know that. No real life tsunderes, got it. Like, kind of. Kind of. I like a bit of banter, you know? I like a bit of banter like that. I like the enemies to lovers trope, but I don't think I could do that in real life. My anxiety is like, oh, you hate me? Cool. And then I just go the opposite way. But if somebody is like kind of like aloof into themselves and like cold to everybody else, and then they're just like sweet to you, heart's melted. My heart is melted. Could probably like someone and not show an ounce of it at first just because shy or unsure. Don't know. That's fair. That's fair. That happens too. I'm also like kind of stupid. I'm kind of just stupid to the fact I don't know when people like me because I think that I'm just very nice and I want to like give a lot to everyone. So when they're doing stuff and then people are like, oh, they're hitting on you. I'm like, no, they're just really nice. What do you mean? They're like that with everyone. They're so nice. Fair. Anything in fanfics are fair game, but not in real life. Yeah, there comes like a line. There comes to be a line. What if it's cringe if I breathe? Stop. That's my anxiety. I'm same. A lot of time on stream I'm like, oh, I hate the way I sound. I hate it. Why did I just say that? Cringe. Me constantly. Anyway. Breathe! Breathe, damn you, breathe! Starts punching them. It's like those little videos of people try to do CPR on the mannequins and they just end up slapping them. The head goes sideways. The face comes off. Breathe! Okay. We talk a little longer before we remember where we are and how much time has passed. And then he smooches me? Mr. Pages falls into a monologue from which I can extract only parts of meaning. Girl, that's been the entire time I've been talking to him. Suddenly turns kinky ass. No! No, Enra, have you not seen those videos? I'll pull one up if you haven't. The voices. Oh yeah, you have. Okay, good. It is funny. Me at 2 a.m. Hey, remember that one thing you did in the 7th grade? Literally. My mind. My mind is wandering. I hate it. I hate it here. It is distraught by the other masters. From its description, they are less an organized force than a contentious cabinet, or perhaps a particularly disagreeable family. Is this your family? Mr. Pages, have you run away from your family and your kind? There are comments on the eating habits of Mr. Oh,
beautiful.
hello, darling. The eating habits of Mr. Vales and the imbibing of Mr. Wines. Vales, Wines, Pages. Something is telling me these are made-up names. The voices is a gif of a kitten trying to cover its ears. Ah, I can't see that. Mr. Pages hopes, it seems, to complete some important project through the census and the gathering of texts. What if he's just gonna bring it back to his kind and he's like, look guys, we shouldn't eat them. They're actually interesting. And they're nice. And this one has seemed to take quite the liking to me. It's me. Hi! Yes. When this is done, it expects that the masters will scatter, released from their collective obligation. Okay. I catch it looking at me when it thinks I'm not looking. My heart. Quick. Quick, toss your hair. Do a little hair tuck when you think that they're not looking. Oh, that was it. No, I needed to give him my census pages. Oh.
Oh no, he's hot!
Exactly. Batman moment. Well, I guess now we just go down to supper. Sag. I suppose you've heard the news. Which one? Every day is different now. Ask what's happened, suggest you can wait until I've served myself stew. Point out that the census business keeps me terribly busy. What's happened? Spill the tea. Which news is that? The masters have received word from the surface. We've heard from outside life? Literally Batman moment if vampire. True. I'm telling you, I don't think they're vampires. I think that they're mind flayers. I'm thinking. The rest of the world is all still there. The remains of England, France, all the rest as it was. Yeah, it was just England that fell through, I think. Or London. Skews. But why? Only London was abstracted. There are crates and crates of mail from the above world. They're going out to London now as we speak. Joke about the likely price of stamps. Shout with glee, ask whether she's certain. I'm just gonna yippee! I whoop for joy. It's impossible not to. There is a moment's fellow feeling. Grizz and I are thinking alike. What are mind flayers, if I may ask? Tentacle people? D&D monsters, physics, the head of a squid. Yes. Squid people with...
Naughty, naughty.
Oh! With psychic abilities, yes. Psychics. Like, think Davy Jones from Pirates of the Caribbean. But from space! Yeah! That makes me want to rewatch that film. His little music box. How much I think he likes his wife. I think that's, like, the plot, right? Looks-wise. Let's pull up a picture. Let us pull up a picture. With my 5,000 windows open. It pulled up Vecna. Squalian. Squid alien. Squalium. Squid Games. No. Get spell to save my fucking life. You're fine. You kind of smell like fresh air. I almost said like like seaside, but that could be misinterpreted as really bad. But I'm just thinking about like sea creatures and fresh like salty sea air. Refreshing. I wish to be on a boat again. English spelling rules doesn't make it easier. True. Sniffa sniffa. Sniffa sniffa. Let's hide this in here. Here's an example. Wow, that's a terrifying image. In the ancient times, they look like this. I'm kidding. I like this picture though, but it's not giving me an option to like.
Oh no, he's hot!
That is true. I have been guilty in Baldur's Gate to have romanced the Mind Flayer. Looks like Gary when he had
Naughty, naughty.
when he had a body in SpongeBob. No, I'm not gonna think about that. You know, it happens. Happens to the best of us. I didn't realize that that's what my dream man that I made was gonna be. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna roll with it. This is a rabbit hole. 27k results is wild. Mind Flayer be popular. You know? What the fuck? Wow, that's you know. And you know, he's different than all the rest of them who are just blindly. Cute! I want him. He's so cute. La 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 la. Save that for later. No judgment, you do you. Yeah, I like my monsters sometimes. They have good personalities a lot of the time. They just look a bit different, that's all. Ah. I'm glad you think it's funny. Archie, did you hear? I did at that. So it's true? I mean, to get a seat on the next male coach that goes above. Ah, I'm not sure that the mail came by coach. And it certainly did not come by train. Is it pony mail? Well, however it came, I mean, to go back that road. I think it came by flight, perhaps. What if it's just like a million pigeons? Can you imagine just like a horde of pigeons flying in with scrolls of mail? Part of me thinks it's the creatures. What if they can fly? That wouldn't really... Well, they could use their psychic ability to fly, right? I was gonna say that wouldn't really be mind flayers then, but I don't know. Propose other ways one might reach the surface? I don't know how plausible that is, because if we knew, then we would have gone. Excuse me. Ask how soon we can expect to be rescued. Let the others talk. Wait, are they blinking? They are blinking. Blink. She's not. Oh, there she is. Okay. I'm imagining a medieval version of Twitter. Or Tweeter. Little bit. Little bit. Yeah, let's just ask, how soon can we leave? At last, when do you think the rescue options will begin operations? Will it be possible to winch the city back up to the surface? Or will they bring us out one by one with our possessions? Fuck the possessions, just like, take the rescue. I did ask Mr. Pages whether we expect to return, but he hasn't answered me yet. Yeah, well, I expected him to kiss me and he didn't, so... to cry somewhere else. Grizz. I very much had the impression that, well, that the Masters don't expect London to leave the Neath. Yeah, true. Do we know who the Masters are? It's a mite heavy to lift out, but I will not mind if it's left down here to molder. True. So long as the rest of us get back to daylight. Exactly. Look, Mr. Pages sent us all a gift. Ooh, what is it? She takes out a package wrapped in brown paper and string and sets it down on the table. Inside are half a dozen fresh pork and apple sausages. What a man. He sent us some nice food. Better than Christmas, love. Thank you, Mr. Pages, for us. I'll thank him all right. I'll make them up for Sunday lunch. Yes, thank you. And Mr. Pages. And my mans. Thank you for my mans. Let's go sausage. Hell yeah. Hey yo. I don't suppose Mr. Pages does a line in red pudding. What? It is Mr. Hartz who has been arranging the import of surface meats. Pages, Hartz. What was the other one? Wine. And something else. They have, like, very horrible fake names. But I don't think Mr. Hartz would consider a red pudding a very suitable gift. How many masters are there, then? I've only seen the census pages for a few of them. Make sure to help clear the dishes after eating. Yes, we're remaining in good, favorable race with Horatia. Sausage. Good of you, my friend. You know, I do what I can. Go straight to sleep, review the day in my journal. Let's just go to sleep. Six days left! Can watch the stream now. I posted it. Did. Yay! Oh, yay! I'm excited to see! For once, I know just what I'll see in the paper. Contact achieved with the surface of the Earth. Travel possible via Z route. Mail collected from above. It goes on and on like this. I spend a good part of the morning devouring the pages. There are hardly any pictures. It's too early for illustrations. Nonetheless, the paper's correspondents paint a vivid picture of the perilous travel back to the environs of Italy. Okay. Sorry, that was my tea glass. Let's recall again. See if we can get any more info. Not that any of it is factual, because we keep choosing, but... Archie and Harjeet had a conversation about something? I don't know why it matters, Grizz, like, something about her family name. Horatia offered Harjeet a place to bring the wounded. Let's see what the tea is about. I think I remember Archie talking to Harjeet. I'm not sure whether it was right when Harjeet arrived, though. It might have been later. Something about laudanum dosages. I think that's like a pain medicine? Something for pain medicine, right? Some kind of medicine. Or drug. Or no, or sleep? Hard for me to remember. What to do if Harjeet found someone who was on the verge of dying in a lot of pain? That memory is hazy, as if I heard it from another room, or was half asleep at the time. I couldn't swear to it. There was something else, too, that I haven't thought of until now. Just the flicker of an exchange. How old would your wife be then? Only the size and gender change the dose. Ah, you don't recall? No, I haven't forgotten anything. Ah, I'm a doctor, or near to it. There's no need to be shy. And Lottie is sleeping by the look of it. Yeah, totally sleeping. Well, the person in question is a gentleman. Harjeet is gay? Ah! Good for him. We love it. In his 30s, a military man, near my own height. Cute. Oh, not your wife then. Hey, yo. And they were roommates. If it's a comfort to you, I've made a friendship or two of that persuasion myself. He's friends with gay people? Though none of recent months. Excuse me. My cheese and bread is haunting me. Roommates reference. Yes, indeed. They went away then, Archie showing Harjeet how to measure various medicines for a large military gentleman. Lovely. I missed my trash can. Hold on. Okay. My chair feels horrible. It feels horrible because it's scratched up. Can we build a story? No? In progress? Can we do anything else with this? We can. Was gullible ignored. Damn. Hope for power, hope to save London. New Neath changed. Let's see this one. And then this one. Took unknown actions. Oh! Mr. Pages knew that London was threatened by many monstrous things underneath. It took some action, but I am unsure what. I need to ask someone about this. The typical Londoner posed no challenges and asked no questions. Yep, sounds about right. Haunted by cheeses of lunches past? Yes, one singular string cheese. Since I was having a hobbit meal. I still have my bread to finish. Horrible. Okay, what are we gonna do? We literally need to give him this, but maybe I can collect another and then go see him. Let's put on our fancy badge. And then, oh wait, let me put on my intimidating hat. Oh yeah. And then, choo. Boarding house? Take the census with Grizz? Discuss theories of ministry behavior. I don't know. Tell Archie I have something to show him. I don't know what to do about these things. Can I take Rachel my latest plot work? See, I don't know if I've already done it though. It says it's finished, but I thought I already gave it to him. Her. Ivy's goods for sale. Do the exclamation marks mean that I need to do something here? Or... Let's go on a whim and go here. I'm satisfied. I'm not here for pleasure, I'm here for business. Good morning. I'll see whether my master and mistress are at home. Are you better, please? There she is. Good morning. Offer my tragic plot. I explain what I have in mind. How wretched. We're approaching the end of the story. Something more terrible must happen. Let us say she receives word from up the... something canal. Her former betrothed is alive and well and has married someone much wealthier than she was. For a moment, nobody says anything. We're filling the ministry's desire for tales of desire and love. At least. Rachel does look grateful. Rachel adds a proper payment. Yes! 2 gold coins! Thank her. Imply that was harder than it had to be. Don't mention it. Thank you! Think nothing of it. This will be the last chapter, so give it a good ending, eh? And I'll pay a little extra this time. Confide in her? Discuss my worst secrets? I don't really care to. I do like her little spectacles on her chain. What if I confide in her? Do you have any art in you? Do you write or sing or paint? Talk about fashion as an art. Describe a love of music. Music! I mean, it's not very true because she was a tailor, but it's fine. It's fine. We can be anything we want, right? Tell her about my early training and my plans for what might be. It's music that reminds me of the surface more than anything. You might think it would be painting that had that effect, but I don't find it so. Fascinating. I'm glad you've told me this. I should retire to my study. I have work waiting for me. Okay. Look after yourself, my lady. Rachel and I should never be friends. My opinion is unchanged. My feelings are stronger than ever. Opinion is unchanged. I don't want to court you, lady. I mean, I would, but like, not my main goal here. That leaves time for another errand today. Like, she's gorgeous, and if I wasn't trying to romance the monster, then I would. Oh. Okay, let's head outside. See, I don't like that I can either do one or the other. Romance the whole city, easy. I feel like I might be able to. There's an option for pretty much everyone at this point. I feel like I either have to romance or give him census forms each day. Let's just go with romance, you know? See what we're up to. Might look a little intimidating like this. Yeah, he's familiar with me. Should change. Let me get rid of my fugly hat. How disappointed will you be if he's just a huge guy and not a monster? You know, I didn't think about that. I did not think about that. It's giving too many points that he is a monster, so I don't think that will happen. I'll be very much surprised if it does. I'm okay with that though, either way. I'll be okay with that. I mean, that's kind of the plot of Phantom. She thought, Christine thought it was an angel of music, and then it was just a man. a deformed man. It was a man! Catfishing before social media? Exactly, exactly. I'm satisfied. Does that mean Grizz is here too? Is she just watching all this? Mr. Pages seems glad to see me. Ooh. Do you have anything more? Oh, that's it. Yeah, here you go. Mr. Pages is pleased enough with my information to give me 2 pennies. Zaddy. Gives me some sugar and then he gives me some sugar. Okay. Grizz specified the existence of holy men who were wedded to the church. What? No, no, dear. The cloak stays on fine by me. That's fine too. This one appears to have been wedded to a woman only. A disappointment. Though we thank you, it might have been something more. Are you wanting some gay tea, Mr. Pages? It contemplates the final sheet of the census form again. That is enough of my official duties for the moment. I'm glad you weren't away. Mr. Pages comes closer to me and whispers promises only demi-comprehensible. It speaks of parabolan, borderlenses, of velvet bonds, of the knowing ad crepius sense of despair. Lovely. Try seducing! Time for more Googling. Yes. Try seducing. I mean, last time I tried to kiss him, he didn't kiss me. We've had one kiss. I mean, we could try to seduce. Or we could admit we have feelings. I think we might have done once too. Brought me close and is whispering about random ass things. I have no idea what it is, but you know, I'll take it. I'll give in eventually. I don't know about that. Let's go for it. Anticipation. All these fucking words that are just so much extra fucked me up. It must be heightened before we proceed in this direction. Damn it. Preparations must be made. Then why'd you give me the choice? If you permit, I will write to you. I nod. He wants a slow burn. I'm okay with a slow burn. It goes to its desk and scribbles a long while. I try not to watch what it is doing. It tries several colors of ink on several forms of paper. It mutters to itself and glances up at me from time to time, appraising. Is he writing me a love note? Once it holds up its... Yes, we must call them claws. See? See? And measures out my height. Why are we pretending this is normal? Measures out my height with his claws. Damn. Oh girl, you're in. He wants you, just not yet. I'm fine with that. I am okay. At last, Mr. Pages offers me an envelope sealed in wax and stamped with lettering I do not recognize. Mystery. This is to read when you are solitarant. When I'm alone. Got it. We do not wish to entrust it to the post. There is a risk of someone reading it. Fair enough, fair enough. Co-pilot Parabolan. This might be related to parabola, a term from parabola. I know I was saying that wrong. A term from mathematics describing a symmetrical curved shape. It could also refer to something that follows a parabolic path. Borderlenses. This word isn't recognized, but it could be a play on bordello, which refers to a brothel or balance, referring to stability. I still have not very much understood what he's saying, though, in that context. Point out that Mr. Pages reads other people's mail. Tuck it away silently. Guess to get a guess at its context. I'll tuck it away. No need to make a fuss. We just do as he wishes. I put the letter away out of sight to be read later. Mr. Pages also counts out 7 coins from its jar. Give me more. These are for expenses. Expenses of what? The letter is written in pale ink on dark paper. I'm in the dark now, hold on. The handwriting is Page's own, spiky, barely legible, and spots of ink show where it hesitated. It takes 3 readings even to begin to extract a meaning. Inverted orientation due to the underfluity of pedal claws, balancing of wings. Okay, I'm gonna go back to chat for a second. My eyes are just closed because I'm in the dark right now. Okay, let me see. Adcrepescent might suggest a state of moving toward twilight or a transitional phase. However, without more context, it's hard to be certain. Co-pilot. Crepuscular means twilight. So we will be there is a slight change so far, but we're like 6 days till like the story is shifting, so there has to be a change. Okay. Yes, Pages appears to be saying that it usually performs its seductions hanging upside down. It might be Batty. It might be a vampire. You know what? Tie me up then. Tie up my feet. We could do it upside down. Wait. Wait. Okay. All in all, my personal conclusion is that it is all yapping that could be AI generated. I just want to know about who made this. Like, why? Hey, yo, I called it. Like vampires, like bats. Damn, I was really thinking. I mean, they have claws. I swore if I go back to the other VOD, when we kissed, there was something going on under that hood. It was not human-like. It recommends that I go to Ferret's Menace, Eradication, and request furniture. Okay. Not a bed. It is something more intricate than a mere bed. Leaves more room for the imagination, I guess. Get the rope, boys. You heard the lady. Chop chop. Right now. What if it's Mind Flayer vampires? I don't know if that's such a combination, but I'm down for it. This is disturbing. This is intriguing. I wonder how quickly I can arrange this. This is intriguing. But same. We need it now. We need it right now. The nature of the commission is obscure in the extreme. Perhaps Ferret will be able to make more sense of this document than I can. We need to get this furniture right now. Third one, yes. She's me for real, for real. You heard him. He wants to. We just need little extra steps. And by golly, I will make that happen. He even gave me money for it. He said, we will do this and I'll pay for it. I said, anything you wish. Okay, how do I do this? Visit Ferret and commission the thing Mr. Pages requires. Can I leave again? No, I gotta eat dinner. Fine. You three. Ah, okay. It started snowing outside. What? In what world? It isn't ordinary snow. Something has gone very badly at the ministry. Mr. Pages took away a great supply of our papers. Oh, don't ask me. Together with many of the books and novels it had assembled. All of them taken into the bazaar in wheelbarrows. So many that it attracted quite a crowd. I thought those were for his personal collection. No, he was always planning to take them to the bazaar, but it didn't go well. And that seemed to concern him even more. He said London might not last long in the snow. Yeah, we only have to reassure her. That's it. Don't worry, Mr. Page is easily agitated. That is true. I don't think that means we are safe. Grizz shakes her head. I can't pursue romance now. I have to take care of basic bodily functions to survive. Yeah, quite literally. Quite literally. Me IRL, it's like, damn it. The body's hungry again. I wish I could just, like, you know, eat futuristic pills that just, like, and contain a whole meal. Because my body doesn't have hunger. I'm never hungry. I haven't been hungry for like a whole year. The only way that I can know that my body needs food is it does this little like air. I don't know how to explain it. I call it sloshy belly. Because I drink a lot of fluids, but like it'll make this little squanchy noise. This is weird, but this is true. It makes this squanchy noise and I can feel like air in my tummy. And then if I ignore it for too long, then I get nauseous. But I'm like, oh, I guess I need to eat now. And that's what I go by. What? Ensures ensures don't exist this time period? Preposterous. I wonder what the closest thing to an ensure would be. You are the male. Oh! Cheeky! Oh, wow. You said I was a whole meal, a whole snack. Gobble me up, why don't you? Mr. Pages has a very lively fear of what may happen next, and I cannot put this out of my head. Well, I'll put it out for you, Grizz. Give me your head. And just shake it vigorously. No one speaks for a moment. I'll help clear the dishes. Straight to sleep. I could have sworn that I was going to be able to do like 3 things in a day, but I'm only ending up to do 2. Another morning, another newspaper. This morning's lie open on the table. Orgiastric? Wait, what? Orgiastric parties of legendary Viscountess threaten virtue. Reputation of ordinary citizens. If I am not too occupied otherwise, I can always ask my friends and acquaintances whether there's anything they need from me. We're just gonna ignore that title? Hello? I missed out on a spicy party? Well, how interesting, indeed. Okay, we're gonna recall the past, build a story, and then get our furniture. Get our furniture. That's the plan. Blah blah blah. Let's see our choices. See something about her family. Horatia offered Harjeet a place to bring the wounded. What about your family name? It's driving me nuts. Grizz was eating a cold dinner. There wasn't a hot one that night. But Horatio was determined that we had to eat. Grizz and I have both been lodging at Horatio's since before the fall, but at first we didn't speak much. She kept her distance back then. She's become much friendlier since the fall. No question of lighting this stove today. I'm sorry to say, I've found a few things in the larder. Those few things would be worth a fortune now. Grizz didn't look impressed. No, I don't want to think about this anymore. Grizz didn't look impressed. Before she found herself at our boarding house, Grizz was raised in society. Ah. She didn't like eating with elbows on the table and no forks, so she's snooty, is she? She thinks she's better than us lowly life folk. In fact, I think Grizz mentioned her family briefly. While we were eating, a joking reference? When the sky got dark, a grim reference. Let's make it dark. Are you concerned for your parents? You can visit them in the morning, perhaps. No. I could go with you if you want, or Archie would escort you, I dare say. That might be better. If the Everleigh townhouse were to slide sideways into the Thames, I would not be going to investigate. Oogie. Somebody has mommy and daddy issues. You can meet a younger ferret in our latest game, Mask with a Rose. Where to find? You can find ferret by completing the census pages for Mr. Pages. Damn it. Young ferret? Yeah, I don't know. Cause Fallen London Wiki Ferret 2. I don't know. My rapper name Young Ferret. Hell yeah. Okay, we're going to go to the boarding house and take the census with Grizz so that we can bring it to him and hopefully unlock the ferret option. I should change. Grizz always likes the sight of the badge. My rapper name would be... Excuse me. I couldn't mute fast enough. I already sneezed once. Rapper name would be Soggy Sandwich. No. Thank you. Soggy Sandwich is an awful name. Because my rhymes would be disappointing. I think that you could do it. You have to believe. Thank you. Thank you. Bless thyselves. Thought you might still be in the house. Mr. Pages is not an early riser. Ah? Ah? Vampire? Excuse me. Okay, just all of the bodily sounds are happening right now. In fact, he was very put out when I came to the ministry in the morning. Yeah, I'd say. Let it all out. No, we don't want that. I try to mute myself for all of them. I thought I might finish your census form. Mr. Pages already knows all about me. I would have thought it was a better use of time to ask anyone else. Girl, I have. But I suppose for completeness, we might as well. Sour the mood. Respond with protective kindness. Nothing for you to worry about. You know the census asks about matters of the heart. It's the only one I can't answer on my own. Sore Bob? What is Sore Bob? I was engaged once. The gentleman wanted a gracious hostess and a mother to his heirs. A very eligible alliance, according to my parents. Ah, this is making sense now. Ask why she agreed to the engagement. Let's sympathize. Sympathize. Bob Ross backwards? You know, I don't know why I didn't see that. I'm sorry. I have no regrets. I found my way to the ministry. I would not have come to the attention of Mr. Pages if I were still addressing invitations in my mother's sitting room. Ask how she broke it off. So you ended the engagement? I left both the gentleman and my family. That is when I came to Horatia's. Even before the fall, Mrs. Chapman's boarding house attracted those that didn't belong anywhere else. A lady like Grizz could not have lived alone at most respectable establishments, and she would scarcely have cared for the cheaper common lodging places. Okay, don't care anymore. If you could be rid of one danger from all the dangers the Neath holds, which would you strike out? The threat posed by the devils, the danger of being eaten by beasts, the danger of melancholia. I mean, the danger of sadness. What's a little adventure in fighting off creatures, befriending them? It's hard to fight off sadness. It's the gloom that gets me. You're too much like Archie. Girl, don't tell me who I'm too much like. High society ass self. Conversation waits on Grizz. If you want company, you know, you're always welcome to pay a call. If we can use the term. Morning calls. In our own parlor. It's not quite clear who should leave their card with whom. All the same, I welcome companionship. Accept and plan to befriend Grizz. Make it salt and clear I'm not interested in friendship. Decline neutrally. I'll just accept, I guess. I'm not following through on any of these friendships that I need to. But like that. Was used to a townhouse full of family servants before I came here. I'm sure you were. And guests to dinner most nights of the week. The season would be starting now, or hereabout. Of course, no one can come up from their estates. I think you're a bit too biased towards beast and beastly men. What would make you say that? I just like things out of the norm. They've got a lot of substance, a lot of character. Fucking post was on only me for 10 minutes because TikTok was reviewing it for violent content. It's animated. Cut me a break, TikTok. I fucking hate TikTok a lot of the times. After the ban, I was like shadow banned and none of my stuff was getting any views. Until I made like a picture post being like, alright guys, I think I'm gonna like peace out. And then suddenly it got traction and now my posts are doing okay again. TikTok can kiss my ass. Hashtag free Lottie, please. One time it literally, on like an IRL video when I used to cosplay a lot, it literally took down my video of like a Jessica Rabbit cosplay because I was showing boob. Like, hello? There are literal shirtless men on here. Winding and grinding on the floor, dancing. My booba in a cosplay is the least of anyone's worries. But I digress. I digress. Social media is a mess. It really is. Joke about social calls on people in one's own house. Say I look forward to it. Whatever. Oh no, the humanity. It is. This is a horror. It'll be a pleasure. I can just manage another errand today. What? Why'd they get reviewed? That's strange. Let's deliver this shit here. Like, eventually, he'll want the pages, right? Especially Insta today, it's just been straight up What? We have to live in a world where there's no Lottie as Jessica Rabbit on TikTok. Yeah. Sad. Sad. Maybe I'll revamp her and bring her somewhere else. Maybe somewhere else. Mr. Pages may expect me to turn. Yeah. Whatever. Very sus from TikTok regarding IG. It's a whole different mess. Oh lord. Yeah, there's a lot of like, that's also why I avoid TikTok sometimes. There's just like a lot of darkness and like political stuff and murder and stuff, and I'm just like, It's important to know about like the updated events, but sometimes I want a break. It's nice to have a break. Guidelines on Insta just said bye. That is absolutely insane. He greets me warmly with a smooch. Wish a smooch? Here you go. Trick is to not look at the back of the penny at all. Pages turns the papers over carefully. Almost all as I would expect for Undercon Grizz. It is almost purring, but it stands there looking at the page about Grizz's non-existent romantic life for what seems a lifetime. Move on. Your romance is right here. I heard about it. Apparently, IG just threw away its algorithm. No idea why. My feed is okay-ish. Today, a person throwing a metal sink around, for example. That's insane. Yeah, Instagram's kind of weird. It's hit or miss. My TikTok is just edits, cosplays, and goth girls. You know what? As it should be. My Insta's not safe to open right now. Oh no. You can always like hover over the post and like long press it and hit not interested, and hopefully you see less of that. Deleted TikTok though, so that's that. Fair enough. A lot of days I'm like, well, it is what it is. I'm not really driven to post on there. Grizz's previous suitor was unmeritory. Point out that Grizz evidently decided the same. Ask why Pages has taken an interest. And why do you want to know? What do you care? Grizz is of use. That is enough of my official duties for the moment. I've been thinking of you. Mr. Pages comes closer to me and whispers promises only demi-comprehensible. Okay. Alright, we're at this standstill again. I need you to let me talk to Mr. Ferret. Does the not interested button even work? I think so. And then you refresh, and then you get some different options. Caught a man getting impaled on Insta as the first thing I saw today. So yeah, that's enough of that. I don't blame you. That is horrible. I'm so sorry. Hi, Elder Lurker. Hello. Lovely to see you. Big no-no moment. Absolutely. Can we Kimps again? Because I need a Mr. Ferret to unlock. Climb onto the chair and beckon Mr. Pages. It comes to me eagerly, forgetting all about the fresh bottle of ink it had just uncorked and the unfiled papers awaiting its attention. Is that it? That's all I get. Tell me the plots of novels it had read since The Come of London. The topic appears to soothe and comfort it far more, at any rate, than thinking about politics or its fellow masters. I prepare to go, but we find each other we have more to say. Once again, the conversation continues long after we have exhausted any urgent businesses. We talk about books and we have read, and books written in other cities before London, and books written in London before the fall. Where my own knowledge has gaps, it is enough to sit and listen to Mr. Pages. Outside the offices, something tiptoes past our door. When we part, there is a current of attraction between us. Study how to make myself as alarming as Mr. Pages. Decide not to romance Mr. Pages. I am in love, Mr. Pages. I no longer have romantic feelings. Why is it like yes, no, yes, no, yes, no? My opinion is unchanged. My feelings are stronger than ever. Either stronger than ever or in love. We need the furniture. Anyway, TikTok. Hey, Jinx/Powder can confirm from personal experience. We live in a society. TikTok is the worst. We do indeed live in a society, unfortunately. Oh. All I did was say I was in love. I'm in love! Gets thrown. Have I not given him all of the census pages? I think I have. Go to dinner. Damn, whose big ass steps is that? Stomping around. Let me see if I can look up where to find Mr. Ferret again. This is not very helpful. Ask of the Rose, where is Ferret located? Ferret shop? Ferret is the local menace eradicator, and there's significant need for the services lately. Ferret shop, Hogs Lane. Hogs Lane Market. How do I unlock it? I think cartoons and movies crafted my taste. All I have to say before I evict the premises is that Mrs. Peregrine is a baddie and this opinion is set in stone. Good night. I agree wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly. Bonne nuit, my friend. Let's see. Unlock. Actually, I will change my Blockman's color first to do that. You're like golden yellow right now. Scenes in the game with their dialogue can be found below.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Good night. You are green. My little green bean. Good night. Greetings, the census, their quest, story of speech, Ferret's baptism, involvement in other quests, Archie's books, Archie's drugs, Archie's freedom, last minute intervention. Oh my god. After small talk, after most intended interactions. How the fuck do I find this man? Okay. We're gonna continue and then look around the map, see if we can find him. What's on your boots, Horatio? It looks like milk and it smells like a sewer. Well, don't go into the basement. What's in the basement? Well, my only choice is to accept the rule, though I want to break that. Horatio's silent. The floor down there is flooded. I moved everything to higher shelves. Delight in the mystery. Offer my help. Blame the bizarre characters who haunt London these games. These days, sorry. I'll help you. Is there anything I can help with? Only if you want to help carry buckets of nasty water out of the basement. So we form a bucket line. Horatio insists on taking the basement position. She still wants no one else to enter. Sus. Very sus. But I stand on the stairs and take buckets from her and carry them out to the gutter. They do not smell like ordinary water. My eyes burn. She doesn't say much, but I can see I'm in her good books. Go to sleep. I need to find the man. The man! Ah, 69. 4 days. I have 4 days left to do this. Like two choices a day to get this done. Another morning, another newspaper. Headlines today read, Missing baby found in vast basement spiderweb. Masters urge calm. I'm not too, yeah, 69. Nice. There's just like far too much for me to do from everyone. Whoa. I don't really want to recall the past right now. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. Like, all I can do is zoom in like this. Hogs Lane, it's close to Hogs Lane, but like, how do I... How do I know? Ooh, ask Harjeet to show me a route. Could wear my toque. My toque, instead of a fork, it's a toque because it has 2 prongs. Admires duty but does not always care for the ministry. It's hard to say. Well, I just need a route. I'm not trying to ask him any more questions. I just want him to tell me where to go. New destinations. Devil's Townhouse, the Menace. Yes, this one. Lovely. So we walk together, and every few moments Harjeet stops to point out a landmark. Or draw my attention to the places where the air smells different, or the sound of church bells can be heard. Yes, I did it! I'm so smart! You! Make me furniture! Sign outside says this shop belongs to one of Barrett. This presumably is them. Barrett doesn't look straight at my badge, but it's been noticed, all the same. Everything's alright and tight here, regular inspections and all that. We pay the constables their due. Try to draw a personal connection given that my family were tailors. Bond over shield difficulty. Present myself as strong if unfriendly. Let's bond. I'm naughty. There. But you can see that on the shop window. Time was when I would not have intruded on a stranger. Down here, it seems like any human companionship is welcome. Pleasure to meet you. Explain I'm working on the ministry for the census. Sure, why not? Hehe, easy. You better give me my furniture. I don't want to spend another day. We're working on the census. No enthusiasm for the ministry. Simply ask their full name. React protectively despite the hostile tone. Make the mood. Okay, this one. What's your full name? From the perspective of the law, that is. It's the only name I go by. And no one saw fit to tell me it was a forename or a surname. Might have come down to me from a noble house for all I know. Courtesy of me great-grandsire and his wife, Lord and Lady Stoatweasel. That form, do you have to put on it whether a person is a gentleman or not? Show off the spot where the form asks for occupation. Show there's nothing on it about gender. Nothing about gender, that's fine. Doesn't ask anything about whether the person is a male or female. That's good. Can't say I've ever liked answering that one. That's okay, ferret. You're just a ferret. I mean, I don't care for that question myself. I'm with you there, I must admit. A lot of curious folks about, poking into what doesn't concern them. If there's even an answer they like. At least these days people are more given worrying whether you're human or not. Let's move on. Does anyone live with you? Any boarders? Someone keen to share in an evening meal of the day's catch? Ah, what's it to them? For all you know, I might keep a dormitory full of vermin killing apprentices. So is ferret a human? I'm thinking so. I think he's just a bit quirky. Like my master did with me for enough years. Took me out of the chimney sweeping trade and put me at rats instead. Protective kindness. Nothing for you to worry about. I somehow don't fancy there's a spousal ferret about. And anywhere, is there? Strange thing, but I don't fancy sharing those particulars with your masters. It's my shy and delicate nature. Might put me to the blush if those things was to become known. Write down refuse to answer. I make the note. Boy, I wasn't expecting you until this evening. I'm seeing the customers, as you could see. Hello, Lottie. I already know the customer. I'm just by with a warning about the pub at the corner. More unusually infested, is it? If the publican hires you to clear the place, bring help and fire. Let's move to a happier topic, like furniture. Clearly wise. That'll be spiders. Point out how much Harjeet does for the neighborhood. Ask for whether they have Harjeet on the payroll. Say it was never like this on the surface. Sure. I remember when we didn't have all these troubles. No, we had a different set, innit? So, you like chairs? You like jazz? You know what goes well with jazz? Chairs. You know what is close to chairs? More furniture. I'd like to place an order. Bad bit of beer. Transportation to Australia sunburns. Yes. Back to business though, eh? What can I do for you? Yes! Flirt? No. Ask Fair about their work. Inquire in the particulars of the rat catching profession. Look into his goods for sale. Goods for sale! Mr. Page's request. Yes. There's something I was told you might be able to help me with. What is it? I try to explain, but I get so tangled that in the end I hand over the paper. I see. We can do this. That's on the table. Yes. It's a complicated bit of engineering, but I'll find someone. There's 2 or 3 watchmakers that owe me a favor. You're lucky you didn't come asking for this before the fall. The authorities was more particular. So can you make what I need then? From the letter? Overpay for the equipment for Mr. Page's. Pay a fair price. Offer 1 penny. I hope for the best. No, pay a fair price. I'll give you 6 pennies for that equipment, Mr. Page's. It's a fair price. I will send this round to the address listed when it's done. Shall I? Whatever it is, it's likely better for Mr. Page's to receive it than Horatia. Probably. Let's see your pockets before you go then. Not nicked anything you shouldn't have. Rude. Very well. Can't be too careful in these parts. Only platonic. Be gone with you. I have one other errand for today. Let's say hopefully the next day it should be ready, but we're gonna go and do the storyline one. Take Rachel the final chapter. Watchmakers for a fancy bed, eh? I guess that Page's guy likes to take his time, for real. You better not take too long. Got stuff to do. My chair was sinking. I am satisfied with this. I didn't want to be social. Nay, nay. It's not a good day for a call, I'm afraid. Master's not feeling his best. I'm sure he'll be in better form tomorrow if you want to visit then. She promises to tell the family I've visited, but hustles me out again quickly enough. Didn't take up too much time. Judging by the clock, I can afford another errand today. Fine, I'll just deliver my page, my census page to what's his face. Okay. Let me change then, since they were busy. Oh, it's done already. Oh shit, here we go. Here we go. Buckle in. Ferret's contraption stands in the corner of the room, taller than I am. It is wood and leather and bronze, intricately made, and it gleams as though polished. Do I focus on the contraption, on him, keep things light? Let's stare at it some more. I'll walk over to look at the thing. When you're preparated, we can strap you in if you wish. Its voice is high, it coughs. Pardon. A particulation of fruit caught in throat. He's a fruit bat. Mr. Page's steps towards me. Where is this going? Where do you think it's going? Figure out how the contraption is meant to work. Inspect the workmanship. No, I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's go. At first, the contraption is a mystery of straps and supports, pivots, and hinges. Eventually, it's clear where human ankles might strap in and where human shoulders might be supported. Exactly. Not sure what to think there. It's for romancing. He needs to do it upside down. For some reason. There's a separate perch above from which Mr. Page's taller body might hang. Mr. Page's extends. Yes, we can only call that a claw. And traces the neckline of my clothes. Help me in. Strap me in. I think Pages was playing that way. He was. That's why we were getting this this made. Because apparently this is the only way he can, you know, do stuff. I may require some assistance in getting inside. In a surprisingly short time, Mr. Pages has me upside down and almost secured in place. It is more comfortable than one might expect. Giggle, squirm, hold still. Hee. I giggle. Shush. Oh, okay. Sorry. Apparently, the playful giggleness wasn't welcome. Shush, he said. I know. Last, it lashes something to my back, attaching at my shoulder blades. And I have, for the moment, wings. Made of leather and metal, but mine to direct with a shrug or a thought. Not for flying, but for balance and control. Breathe. Demand that Mr. Pages hurry to join me. Exult in the dream of being truly winged. I'm gonna just breathe through it. I allow the sensation to settle. Only now Mr. Pages discards the robe, and I see it in its full winged talent, flame-eyed. Breathe, we're breathing. It takes its place on its perch, and we are at last face to face. Without the false wings, I would hang like a fly in a spider web. With them, I am almost its equal, even in this position. Its ministrations are intricate and persistent. There has been no one to do this for. It has been a long time. Aeonity. Okay. Held to the fur of its chest. Okay, it has a furry chest. It has taloned claws, I think. I can hear its heartbeat, high and fast. Oh, that's it. I don't get to see what it looks like. We did it. That was a little, how should I say, anticlimactic? But okay. W-Riz, I guess. Well, we did it. What we did, I don't know. Something intimate, though. Now time for dinner. Yay! Number one monster romancer! Yay! I don't know where the others have got to. They do know when supper is served. Good evening. I'm looking for Archibald. Is he here? Archie? He's upstairs. Listen. Yes? I know all the old maps have been outlawed, but if you've come for his atlas, do you think you could leave it with him? It gives him a lot of comfort, remembering all those little villages in Scotland where his family used to live. Put in a good word for Archie's map collection, let Archie get on with it, This is probably ministry business. Keep quiet. We'll let him keep it. That isn't why I'm here. Let them keep chattering. Oh, is it to do with his doctoring? I hope no one's too ill. I know Archie worries trying to do a physician's work when he didn't finish his training. Does he often treat people? Explain there are a lot of injuries around here. Explain that Archie has needed money. Discourage Horatia from answering. Well, let's back it up and say that there's a lot injured. He treats lots of things. Broken bones, stomach complaints, nightmares. There was even some business with a tainted jar of honey, he said. Archie's had plenty to keep him occupied. He hasn't happened to treat a tall young man that has lost his memory? No one like that. Have you ever known Archie to make mistakes? Prescribe the wrong dosages? Refuse to speak about another word. Mention that Archie has expertise in drugs and poisons. Throw doubt on him. Let's stop talking and let him fend for himself. You're asking the wrong person. Archie is a friend. Until today, I would have called him a friend as well. Of course, Archie chooses this moment to come down the stairs. Archie, hope you're well. I'm sorry, Archibald. I'm here in the line of duty. It's about David Landau. Oh, we went there the other day. Did something happen to him? I only saw him today. Shortly after your visit, he died by poisoning. Wait. Oh, wait. Oh no. Oh no, I think I did that in the storyline thing. Wait. Oh shit, wait. So that's Grizz's, would have been Grizz's man. I think I killed him. Died, the poor man. React with shock, react with pain. Don't react. Shock. What? But I saw him very recently. May he rest peacefully. I'm sorry to bring you this news. Is Rachel all right? Is there anyone with her to protect the house? She said you were the last person to speak with David. That the fatal dose must have come from you. I don't understand. There is an inquest, and the jury found against you. I'm here to arrest you for murder. Oh no! Wait a moment. I knew it was just time till something went wrong. There's too many folks ill, and can I cure the whole town? Ask if Rachel's alright. Ask where Archie is taking Archie. Let Archie go. Where are you taking him? Prison. Newgate Prison was destroyed. In the fall, for the time being, prisoners are held in the HMS Ungulate. What is that? Sounds like a very insalubrious environment. Cold, damp, infested with vermin. Breathing the vapors of the Thames. It might not be good for the health of the prisoners. You're not talking your way out of that. No, I mean, if you don't mind, before we set out, I'd like to collect a few doses of this and that. Things that might help to settle the bad lungs and prolonged coughs. You're asking whether, before we go, you're allowed to rearrange your collection of drugs and bring some of those drugs with you. That isn't quite how I'd phrased it. When you stand accused of murdering a man through the use of potent toxins. Oh. For the sake of your future guards and cellmates, I think I must refuse. Is Rachel alright? Does she want my story that I have finished? How's Rachel doing? Does she have anyone with her? There's a housekeeper, Phoebe, and some friends from her community. They're preparing the body for burial. It can't be left unburied very long. Ask where he's being buried. Where are they burying him? They mean to take him to a Jewish graveyard at Balls Pond. Rachel said there might be a dispute with their Spanish relatives that their mother was buried somewhere else, but she did not think it would change the outcome. Let Archie go. Horatio, I'll be back as soon as I can. Don't let my room to anyone else. We won't. Don't fret. We'll get to the bottom of it. Maybe Griz's high-placed friends at the ministry will come in handy. It'd be a good thing if they did. There's still dinner on the table, but Horatio doesn't have much appetite. Ooh, we unlocked a place even though we have like 4 days left. 4 days left! Straight to sleep. Day 270! Oh, we don't have 4 days. We have 3 days now. Oh no. Oh no! For a moment after walking, I forget what happened last night. Then it comes back to me, the sight of Archie being taken away. Horatio staring at a plate of uneaten pie, the rest of the evening, strange as it was, and then stumbling back to my own bed. There's no mention of Archie's arrest in the morning's newspaper. Strange. Should find out who truly did it. I should focus on saving Archie's neck, regardless of the real culprit. Should find out who truly did it. This may be difficult, persuading people to speak with me, figuring out the way through the possibilities. I will have to craft the questions to ask people the way Archie showed me. It might take some doing. I don't believe Archie did it. Further thought it would be better to take an easier path. I mean, we don't have much time, so let's try an easier path. There are a lot of people in town. They have a variety of interests. If I start looking into the matter now, I can probably find someone to help me. In fact, anyone I approach is likely to have their own solution. For Horatio's sake, I need to rescue Archie no matter what. Archie shares my logic and we protect our own above all. On further thought, I want to try to find the true killer. Rescue. Chapman's is everything to her, and she means a great deal to me. If Archie has poisoned someone, should that be a cloud over us all? The only question is, what force of persuasion or trickery would put an end to this matter? What we need is a prison break. I have the beginnings of influence in the government. Devils are supposed to be good advocates. Let's see if Mr. Pages can maybe help us, right? Perhaps there's a way through Grizz or the ministry to prevent the trial or intervene on behalf of Archie. Okay. I'll probably maybe ask for the next thing. Under Congress has been agitated. She requested that we intervene in the matter of the Crown Court. This is not our custom. The Justice of London concerns many things that do not interest us. In fact, Undercon Grizz herself instructed that each ministry be circumscribed. We observe an inconsistency in this. It causes us to question her judgment. Portray Grizz as humane, indicate my own desire to save Archie. Portray Grizz as unreliable. Gotta save him. However her judgment stands, I also very much want to save Archie. It poses difficulties. I did not falsificate when saying I do not commonly intervene. I'll have to consider how it might be done. We just pull our big trick of batting our eyes and we go, please? For me? Would you do that for me? Please? One might remove the judge, but Grizz would say there are more judges. One might remove all the judges, but Grizz might say we should not destroy the court. Do you have anything more? Census page. Please. Pages continues turning the pages over and going back and forth between them for a long time. Inefficacious. This way of capturing menaces. We have better ways. The ministry will make them known. That is enough of my official duties for the moment. I'm glad you went away. Mr. Pages comes closer to me and whispers, promises, blah blah blah. Okay, we've seen this a lot. Ask whether the masters always knew the way to the surface. Were you only waiting until a suitable time to tell us that the surface is still there? There's always a way for us. For you, sometimes it hides itself. We did not hide the route. I'll accept it. I see. It is unlikely that you understand. This is preferable, most especially for you. Why? I prepare to go, but we find each other. We find we have more to say. Talking for the company. Some of its tales concerned literatures long since vanished from the earth. Stories of snakes and jackals and feathered half-divine priests. I'm starting to think that he's not a vampire. Do you even love me? Was this just all a game? Was it a ruse? Are you using me? Or are you protecting me? Do you want me to be dumb and naive? That's fine, I'll be dumb and naive. I just want to see what they look like. Fortunately, it does not expect to find me an expert in those matters. Whatever flirtation has started between us, it is simmering along. My feelings grow stronger. Good voice acting, thank you. I aspire to be a good voice actress one day. I shake my head to clear it. The ruminations are gone. All is as it was. There's time to run another errand today. Where do we go now? Let's go to, oh. See whether Archie needs anything. Find out how to go on publishing reservations about the ministry. Let's go to... Oh, there's not even an option to go see them. Nor there. Nothing here. I guess we go see Archie. I don't really want to, but I guess we do. Dressed like this, I should only visit the prison hulk with Harjeet's escort. Locals might leave me alone, but equally they might decide I look too tasty not to rob. I should change. Let's put on my intimidating hat and my ministry thing. Badge. Wearing any kind of insignia other than a flower in my lapel makes it look like I've come on official business, even though I'm just here to offer help. Hat! A hat of power! Perhaps it won't matter. Just like this, I shouldn't go anywhere near the prison hulk without Brigitte. I'm a walking advertisement to robbers. Okay, well, what do they want me to do here? What about my toque? It's the same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing. What if I take my toque off? My fork. Maybe some other time. Maybe I can get him. Is he here? Ask him to show me a route. Take me to the prison. What if I try this? I've not worn this out anywhere. Yeah, we'll wear it out, see what happens. You're looking well. The fork of my lapel conveys a prolonged, sinister purpose. At any rate, it makes small talk irrelevant. Oh no. Show me the Devil's Townhouse. Have you seen any devils? If by that you mean the people with yellow eyes, yes. They have taken over a townhouse that way. He points out a direction. You can see them coming and going sometimes, and the occasional vicar standing outside to stare in. Good thing I brought my special fork. Archie shows me the way as he did before. At certain points, he makes me look up at the stalactites above and fix a relationship in my mind. They sparkle with something other than stars. Don't treat the stars like constellation. They do not stand still. Okay. He takes a look at the devil's doorstep and raises his eyebrows. It's plain he has no taste for this company, so I say goodbye and go. The door knocker is made of brass, unreasonably warm brass, and it is shaped like the head of a goat. The attendant is human enough, but she refuses to answer any questions. I wait in a very old-fashioned wooden chair. I keep feeling that the armrests are nipping at my wrists. I'm invited inside at last. Oh. Oh. They do have yellow eyes. This is not what I was expecting. Milton, have you engaged this person for a spot of spearfish? You know, I prefer my wares hand-picked, Virginia. I do not, as a rule, leave the collection to humans. And yet someone has given our visitor a spearifer's fork. Milton looks at the pin, then at me. So they have. Try to draw a personal connection given that my family were tailors. Present myself as strong, if unfriendly. Gamble that Virginia shares my sense of humor. Yeah, let's do that. My name is Lottie. I go by Milton. I dislike forenames. You may address me as Virginia or ma'am. I am human. Once I walked under the open sky. If you don't say the same, At least break the horrible truth to me gently, will you? They both fall extremely still. I'm not sure that they breathe. Explain that I'm working for the Ministry on the Census. Establish my authority with the census. Simply state a few questions. Sure. I don't have my badge with me, but I'm collecting census information from the Ministry of Accounting and Recounting. You may have mistaken your authority. The masters do not direct us. It will not take long. We're in the middle of a delicate matter. Come now, Virginia. Wouldn't you find it entertaining to learn what the masters are asking? I admit the significant curiosity. Just what does the ministry hope to learn about you and me that it doesn't already know? Then ask and be prompt, Lottie. Oh, those are different symbols back here. And if this proves a waste of our time, Milton, you will owe me. You're a good hunting horn. You're a good hunting horn. What is a good hunting horn? Let's just be quick. Who else lives here? I reside alone. You have servants? I do, several. I had assumed that they would not be counted as persons. You must trust me on this sort of thing, Virginia. I have had more time to learn London's customs. And you frequently entertain overnight visitors. Never for very long. I have a maidservant, a housekeeper, and 3 drones. Footmen. Yes, footmen. Well, that's weird. Why don't you call them drones? Let's just reassure real quick. Nothing for you to worry about. You look too wise to give your heart carelessly. But have you given it at all? Is there anyone waiting for you or betrothed to you? CEOs be like? True. Ah, an interesting question. Several persons have believed themselves to be romantically attached to me. Will that do? You're not engaged to any of them? Oh, of course not. And not married? That I can safely rule out? Definitely not married. Ah, so they are into feet! No, not that kind of footman. Keep my focus on the census. Virginia is a fine name, fashionable. One tries to accommodate the local culture. That is, one tries until it becomes too much bother. Our friend implies that the name does not distinguish you from the common or garden variety, Virginia. It might benefit from a poetic epithet. Amber-eyed Virginia, for instance. London poets have a taste for that kind of thing. Brass-shod Virginia. You must ensure that it scans. Do not write that down. Virginia of the Cloven Hoof? Definitely not. Pity. I don't allow Milton to distract me from my remaining questions. Affairs of the heart. Are you in love? Do you keep your betrothed's heart in a jeweled coffer? I have no romantic involvements that you need report to your employers. No one speaks for a moment. Yeah, what do you do for work, Milton? Purpose of this building, ask whether it's true people. It's true that people here collect souls. Simply ask about his work here. What is your purpose here? What sort of business is typically done here? Diplomacy. Commerce. Contracts are written and signed. Gathering of information. Ask whether they are solicitors. Ask whether it's an academic business or ask whether they are engaged in espionage. This one. Information? Are you in the nature of a spy? Let's say no. For the purpose of your forms and records, we are certainly not at all like spies. I'm keen to hear about your business, all the same. Joke, demand Virginia to tell me, stand closer to Virginia and ask again. What if we be mean? Tell me. Stop stalling. Give me the truth. I don't care to follow the ministry's instructions. You have now taken as much time as we can spare. At least you don't say whether you are thinking like most of London, but dishonesty is not luring in itself, so pray don't feel I will pine for you in your absence. I do not like Virginia. Yeah, I don't like them. They're different. They're snooty. And, I don't know. I can feel the frown forming on my face. At this point, I go back to Horatius. Sweet. Supper time! Feels wrong not having Archie at the seat. We'll have him home again soon. It's not as simple it's not as simple a matter as I hoped, but we'll get to it. Best we eat and not dwell on it. We need our strength if we're to do anything. I wanted to go there, but I was scared I was gonna get robbed from how it was making it to be. The vicar's got a new spring in his step. His sermon today was calling for practical action. Said something about faith alone not being enough. I'm no learned doctor of the church, but I feel we have a reformation over this very issue. Be nice. You do take an interest in him. If he were to look for a new wife, I wouldn't be opposed. He'd be of use around here, and there's one or two things I could help him with at that. There's a fire in his belly I'd not seen before. His preaching was very red-faced. He's not ill, is he? Lament Archie's absence joke at Theophilus's expense. Offer to look in on him. I don't really want to do that. I'll just joke. Perhaps if he didn't dine with so many of the parish. It does me no harm if the parish looks after its vicar. Or you, either. I hope he isn't ill. I'm not going to St. Dunstan's for Sunday service. The vicar there has notions. For a moment, no one speaks. We eat, we finish, we go to bed. Two days remain in the season. Another morning, another newspaper. This morning's lies open on the table. Population of rats and spiders in London said to have tripled overnight. I'm not too occupied otherwise, blah blah blah, I can help people. What else about the past? Saw something in the corner of the basement. Oh yeah, let me see. What's in the corner of the basement? I remember waking up in the night and seeing that there was a new rat hole in the basement wall. And as I lay there gazing at it, There came something slick and writhing from that hole. It felt about the floor of the basement and wrapped itself around a lump of coal, finding nothing else handy. But that displeased it seems, because it dropped the lump again and withdrew. When I summoned the courage to look into the hole, I saw nothing, and I could not be sure that I saw it truly. I'm sorry, what came out of the hole? What kind of monster came out of the hole? Suspicious. What? Exactly. Exactly. Okay, they're not seeing anyone still. Sus indeed. Let's go deliver the pages. He greets me warmly. Do you have anything more? Yes. Trick is not to look back at the back of the penny at all. Pages goes through the pages of this. Blah blah blah. Then suddenly it stops and throws the sheaf on its desk. She is known to us. She is not from the 5th city at all, not even the 1st. Hale exchanged its leader late in the 4th city. We were otherwise occupied. We are unfamiliar with the news covers. We surmise she is ambitious or in exilement. This one is not a citizen of London. He will come from points west and is not capable of love. Okay. We have 2 days left. I don't know what else that we could do. I really don't know. Admit feelings. I have come to feel... Yes? Talk about trusting Mr. Pages. Talk about admiring its influence, its power. Get over this embarrassing topic with a joke. Talk about trusting him. I can trust you. You're able to assist me when no one else will do so. I choose. Are you sure that I will choose? What? What does that even mean? Reassure Mr. Pages if he doubts himself. Question what he means. Heed the warning. I want to know, but I feel like he'll switch up again if I'm like, what? Let's reassure. I'm willing to take the risk. I have seen what you have done so far. No, you have not seen. Nonetheless, the requirement of due warning is fulfilled. Okay. Mr. Pages makes notes. While I speak in some spots, its handwriting grows more agitated. Here and there, it breaks into the cadence of verse. Okay. Well, that didn't go entirely as I planned, but okay. I find myself trying to give an explanation for certain common nursery rhymes that had never seemed notable before. When Mr. Pages inquires, I find new and sinister meaning in the matter of Dick Whittington's cat. I prepare to go. We have more to say. The conversation does not end until Mr. Pages has shared some samples of its poetry and sought out my opinion. There's a distinct promise in the way we say goodbye. Study how to make myself more alarming. Maybe I've been too quick to dislike Mr. Pages. I'm in no hurry to change what we are now. All is as it was. This afternoon we can go one more place, but I don't really think I can go anywhere else. What if I just go here and see if I get robbed? I don't really have a use for the coins, but there's no like particular way I can dress. Let's just go with this. We'll see what happens. Someone to see you, Archie. Mention my fear of what's in the basement. Mention the explosion of Vermina's population. Come straight to the point. Let's talk about the basement. The night of the fall, I saw or dreamed that a tentacled... See? I knew there was tentacles! The tentacled thing reached out of the hole in the wall, as if there were a vast creature living underneath the cellar. It was petrifying. Talking eases the sense of alarm. I go on for some time. I'm trying to remember all the details. I see. I'm glad you told me. A night on the undulate. Sometimes you can hear things singing in the water. I'd heard them before, but never as clear as this. Ask whether they are words. Lyrics? Aye. Most nights I cannot remember them by morning. Just sometimes a half sight of a kingdom underwater. Deep green water and a throne without a king. So this is why I'm thinking that they're not vampires. They have wings, they have talons and claws, they have tentacles. Like, what kind of... what? Quite the analysis it is, indeed. I meant to ask you whether there's anything I can help with. Would you be so good as to bring me a few bits and bobs? He holds out a torn piece of paper on which he scribbled down the names of various ingredients. Some are common enough things on the surface, but they're not all so easy to find here. Others are distinctly peculiar. Yeah, what are they for? There's some on the undulate that are starting early signs of scurvy. And there's another matter that I mean to look into. Just a lot of those, if you would. I'll take it to Ferret, I guess. Buy drugs for Archie. Horatio has not been to visit. You did not know why? I'd hate to think that she believes I'm guilty. Nah, it's not that. I'm sure that's not the reason. It's not what I would have thought she'd do. She always says she always said a great deal about us all being like family to her. For all that family don't pay rent. Yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing? You must be spending a great deal on medicines with all that. With all the people you treat, do your fees cover everything? And enough for yourself? Did sell off a couple of my old atlases before I wound up here. Censored maps sell for a good price if you know the right buyer. Ferret's vermin eradication takes in more than just rats. If you ever fancy a chat sometime other than dinner, you're always welcome to look for me. Now that you're in prison, no thanks. I never wanted to talk to you even before that, either way. Just decline neutrally. Sorry, dude. I'll try and get you your stuff, I guess, but... Dinner time! She murmurs over her plate, a blessing, I think, for the food, and Archie, too. Mention that I saw Archie today. Good that you can. I'd go if I could. But the house can't be so easily left these days. Grizz brought home some extra supplies today. I was able to do something that almost resembled cooking. Thank goodness for Grizz's job. I mean, it's my job too, but okay. It's a good thing we have Grizz's help. You're very welcome. All of London would be in a difficult position if it weren't for her employers. They're my employers too! Which might be how they prefer it. Let me go down to the basement. I want to go in the basement. Let's review in the journal. There's like lots to do, but we're continue taking census of the whole neighborhood. Interview someone for census information. Deliver the filled form page. I don't understand. I swear we've done this. I don't know what other people there would be. And I can't visit Rachel because she's not at her house. Okay. Okay. Is this the last day? Another morning, another newspaper. Grizz bought one, and the headlines read, Renowned scientist pronounces recent events result of volcanic activity. Sun veiled in ash. Okay. I literally don't know what else to do. Here. Let's recall the past again. If you find anyone wounded out there, that needs looking after. If they're safe to move, I'll bring them here. But ma'am, there might not be anyone. If no one is hurt, all the better. Most of them I find are dead, ma'am. One young man was crushed by a beam across the middle. Someone had come and taken off his face. Taken it off? Clean cuts. I hope they waited until he was dead. Scary. Why would they take his face? I have lots of questions, but like none of them are being answered solidly about this. Let's just buy him what he wants and deliver it. Yeah, this is fine. Here for a spot of eradication. Suffering from undesired company in your place of lodging by any chance? Mention the claims that London is merely wrapped in a cloud and not in fact inside a giant cave. Offer a grumpy greeting, get straight to the point. Straight to the point. I'm here for a reason. Yes, give me the drugs. Hand over the list of ingredients that Archie wanted. These all for you then? You've taken up a new medical hobby? Rely on the honor of the criminal fraternity. Don't give any information. Let's just not. I don't commit myself. Might be, I can guess, can't I? They have another look at the list and then look under their shop counter. Some of these articles are challenging to come by. Got to be compensated for the time and trouble, don't I? That'd be 5 pennies for the lot. Fair price. Okay, I've got the goods. Don't drink the one with the white wax on the cork. Come to think of it, don't drink any of them. Wow, thank you. I am done. Do not like ferret. My opinion remains to be seen. Yeah, it appears to be seen. That's afternoon. Let's take him his stuff. Mention that. Sure, why not? I recount the newspaper story. Scientists are claiming London is merely wrapped in an ashen cloud. Oh? The rumors of a cave roof and falling rock are dismissed as misunderstanding. I make the story as engaging as I can, plenty of detail and a fair sprinkling of dramatic pauses. I won't be forgetting the fall in any hurry. He pronounces himself glad to be here outside glad to hear anything of the outside world in any case. Give him his stuff. Here's your stuff. I brought you your ingredients. I can't let you give those to Archie. Then why? They aren't dangerous. And would you know? Suggest that London's laws are unreliable. Acknowledge I have no way to persuade him. Do you think Archie is a danger? I'd put more reliance in your own judgment than in London laws. I've put on this uniform. It carries certain responsibilities until I can take it off again. If I want to get him these, I may have to bring them when Harjeet is not present. There's a brief lull in the conversation. Archie considers whether there's anything to add. Okay, well that was fucking pointless. Supper again, yay. Something has been on her mind, I think. Who is your family? What is your home? When you say we, who is included? Name our own little group of boarders. Talk of Mr. Pages. Let's say Mr. Pages. He's become very significant to me. Are you significant to it? That's a point. Perhaps I am, but it has other companions, ones it does not wish me to meet. I catch only allusions to their meetings, even their identities are partly hidden from me. Who is to say that Mr. Pages does not prefer the company of Mr. Vales or Mr. Harts? It's good to know your own. In God's sight there is no east or west, but we can't help, nor rely on those who are far too too far from us. Decide what relationship I want. Disagree. Applaud the statement. Applaud the sentiment. Hear, hear. The air is warmer for just a moment, briefly comforting. Okay. What now? Is this the last day? Tis the end of confessions. I don't know what else could happen. Could happen. The time has run out. Can't really remember. I'm out of other memories. I struggle to recall them and they just float away again. Okay. Find out what is going on downstairs. This morning I wake up to furious pounding on the front door. Rachel's already talking to Grizz and Horatio by the time I get downstairs. I'm Rachel Landau, I believe you know. Archibald Reed, the doctor? Well, enough to know he didn't kill anyone. I'm not certain of that, and my brother was certainly dead. But you were quick to make accusations. I've come to ask your help, and maybe to free your friend as well. So I'd best not let myself be drawn. You have a way of freeing Archie? I think David might not be. That is, I think he may not be dead anymore. What? Is he gonna have yellow eyes? So is he or is he not a vampire? Keep having dreams that David is awake in his coffin. I can barely close my eyes without thinking of it. If I don't dig him up and make sure, I'll never have any peace. So you've come to us to help dig up your brother's coffin. Hip is hurting. Ugh. Yes. I have a shovel in the basement, mostly for coal, but it will do. Ask why she didn't bring her servant. Suggest she ask Harjeet. See nothing. Yeah, why didn't you bring your servant? Where's Phoebe? At home in bed. She's not up to much lately. She sobs and asks what will become of us and counts her rosary beads. Okay. Anyone would think it was her brother that died. You're Archie's friends. And you want his name cleared. So you have reason to try to find David alive, even if it meant nothing to you. Take the opportunity to look for evidence. Help below. We'll look. The condition of the corpse might reveal something about the drug used. If I can get a good look at that, I'll have an easier time with the rest of the inquiry. I'll help you. Thanks, my lady. Oh, here. There's only a fresh mound of earth. You're sure this one is... You're sure this is the one? It's not marked. I left these stones. Dig, stand back and watch. Note that it doesn't look disturbed. Let's just dig. Rachel takes her own turn with the shovel, but it needs a hand from each of us. It's grim, slow work. When we've struck the bottom at last, Grizz climbs into the grave. Well? It's been a few days, aye? Grizz calls up from below. David is still deceased. You're sure? Oh no. Check the corpse's condition myself. Propose an ingenious way of checking for life? I wonder what that could be. You could put a cold mirror under his nose and see if it fogs. I don't go about with a mirror on my person. She reaches up for a handout. He hasn't decayed much. There's no smell. But if I touch him, his skin is, well, not alive. Oh. Let's let Grizz comfort her. You're not the only person who has been troubled by very strong nightmares lately. Archie used to have to prescribe constantly for that condition, though perhaps I can't recommend his treatments in circumstances. I saw him clear as day. Milton said once that the laws of life and death down here are not as they were above. And so I thought, I don't know. Whatever he implied, your brother isn't returning. It's most likely a mistake. I believe Mr. Mirrors is to blame for sending dreams. We should all go home. Okay. Grizz and Lottie should see you back home safe. You don't need to do that, but I'd be grateful for the company. You've had a shock. So did we leave the grave open? Phoebe, we have guests. We aren't guests, don't worry about refreshments. I had you digging up graves. The least I can do is offer a pot of tea. Phoebe. Probably sleep, the baggage. Ah! Hello, I let myself at David! Wait, did we not just try and dig you up? The fuck? You were dead. I was. And now you aren't. Not for the past couple of hours. Took a little time to return. And then you weren't here. Well, that's not normal. Are we scared or are we curious? How is this possible? I was truly dead, and I have returned. You said that, bro. The paths of life and death are not as they are on the surface. That is the only explanation I can find. The question of the grave remains alarming. There's a corpse there, and you don't much resemble it. I didn't wake in my grave. I came to myself standing in the midst of London. At one moment I was crossing the last river, and then the boatman put me back ashore. Ask about the last river? There was a boat full of the dead, and the boatman carrying us all to the far shore. I found myself there, after the agonies of poisoning had ceased. I don't believe I have the pleasure of your acquaintance, Miss Smith. I am a clerk. at the Ministry of Accounting and Recounting. I was helping Miss Landau. We were trying to dig up your corpse. I dreamed you were alive. That you were trapped in there. I knew it might only be grief, but I dreamed it again and again so vividly. We should make a list of what to do. I will alert the ministry that death appears not to be going as usual, and someone needs to inform Harjeet that Mr. Landau is not dead and therefore Archie is not a murderer. Someone did murder me. I was poisoned. It was excruciating. He really was completely dead. But he isn't dead now, so therefore that is not a murder. Whoever did it might try it again. And I can't be sure it wouldn't work. Believe me, I still very much want to know who the culprit is. I'd rather hoped you might know who did it. Lighten the mood as much as that's possible. Listen with ghoulish curiosity. Take no particular time. We're gonna listen. Go on. I am agog to hear what happened. I hardly ate anything that day, only the medicine that Archie brought me. I wasn't feeling very well from the beginning, so I stayed in my room to read. There was quite a parade of visitors in the parlor at Collect. Parade? I had Ivy Fitzclarret here working on a fitting. She's hardly a visitor, and we were not in the parlor for the most part. Though she may have passed through. Well, we know what he consumed, we just asked. We know who was here, but I guess we can ask again. Summits Fitzclarret was here on the last day. Archie visited. We know that, as you blamed him for the poisoning. Rachel and Phoebe were at home, and I believe I heard Milton's sticky tones through 3 sets of doors. Milton did pay a morning call. It was not long, and I was preoccupied with Ivy. I held a brief conversation with him and then excused myself. He spoke with Phoebe for a few moments and then departed again, I believe. How did Archie behave? Nothing to make you think he had a sinister intention? No, his bedside manner was much the usual. He had moments of melancholy. He often spoke of being homesick, but otherwise, he only showed a concern to see that I was better. Although the flavor of the medicine that day was a trifle different, more like other ordinary medicines I'd had before. He said it was a change in the ingredients available, and that he'd had to compound his own down here. That's a little troubling now that I've thought about it. More than a little. I'm sure it's only a coincidence, and the meaning was just what Archie said it was. What did you consume? You ate nothing, David? No, only Archie's medicine. No drinks? No. Tea with a bitter flavor and a gritty mixture at the bottom of the cup? I would have certainly noticed. I thought as much. One always has the sense of poisoning victims being especially unobservant. And we're done. We should go home and leave you to your conversation. I imagine there's a great deal to say at such a reunion. You will let Constable Sin know that the murder is no longer a murder. I wouldn't want the matter to be dropped. It would be the most grotesque miscarriage of justice to hang a man for murder when he did no such thing, and his victim is still walking around London. I will tell Constable Sin. Gracious. When you came to us for help, you said it would help us free Archie. It's true, I did. Then pray honor that commitment. That was a rash promise. It seemed reasonable, and I needed help. Can you see any of our cousins agreeing to come down to take a turn with the shovel? No, and especially not the Landau cousins. Such a betrayal of tradition. But thank you, and give my thanks to Miss Smith as well. You were truly a great assistance in a terrible time. If it was Archie who gave the fatal dose, then something will have to be done. But of course, we'll say it wasn't murder. You may say it wasn't. Okay, I thought that this was gonna end at, like, the countdown, the seasons of confession. Now I'm just so confused. Wait for Archie to come home. Goodness. Rachel Landau has sent a note of thanks. Wait a few days before paying a visit. Not quite sure where this game is going, to be honest. You and me both. I thought the world was gonna end after the last day, not gonna lie. There's no rule for how soon to visit the deceased after they return to life. He'll need to recover. Never mind, at least Archie will be home soon. At least this is like aligning. Archie does not return. His place remains empty. Horatia cooks him a portion, but he never comes to eat. After 4 days, Grizz tries to argue her out of doing it anymore, but she insists she can afford it thanks to me. What isn't eaten goes to hungry neighbors in the morning. And she, Horatia, doesn't welcome interference in how she runs the house. Since Judgment Day, every season is freshly alien. The season of confessions goes out, taking with it many helpful self-deceits. Yule brings the first full horror of the Neath. People stop pretending when an animal speaks that it was imagination. Dogs, it's true, still say very little. This is what passes for tact among dogs. Cats have no such compunctions. On the rooftops, they trade in human secrets, and their side glances dare us to object, hypocritical gossips that we are. $2.91? 14 days remain in the season of Yule? The fuck? We got a part 2 happening? What the absolute hell? So are animals talking to each other? Now it's winter. Speak to Harjeet about what's happened. Huh, now what? It's as I explained to Horatia and to Lady Griselda. By the terms of the law, a murder was still committed. Mention how this is affecting Horatia. Ask Harjeet about Archie's condition. Is he still there? Is he well? Prison is not con- Okay, so he never came home. They kept him in prison. So far as I can tell, Archie is happier on the undulate than he was before. He's a hero to the other prisoners. The trial will still be held just before Christmas. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing the Landaus can do either. Miss Landau did send a letter to the court to explain her brother's change of circumstance. Recommend freeing Archie, whatever the inquest said. Ask what Harjeet's tried so far. Free him! Free my boy Archie! This is nonsensical. Archie would not have killed anyone, and the supposed victim is walking around perfectly well. Couldn't you go to his prison and say he's been ordered released? Break him out? I could. That does not mean I should. You see the action of these laws, and you say an injustice is being done, and we should immediately undo it. And it might be that you are right. I have no love for your queen or her servants, though it would not surprise me if the masters were her children. What? Sometimes I dream that the queen in her palace is the mother of monsters, and none more than these creatures in their cloaks. So why obey any of them in that case? For me, it is not obedience to something above us. We are all equal in the sight of our God. There is no rank that gives some people a right over others. But there is a compact between people. We owe things to one another. When we each pursue our own justice separately, there is no peace anywhere. Okay. I kind of just want this conversation to end. I know it didn't look good for Archie. There's no one else who could easily have done the poisoning. And no question that it was poison that killed David. You didn't see his room, the corpse, the well. The aftermath of death was everywhere. But it still seems strange to me that Archie would have done it. Archie will be tried. If we can't account for his innocence, he may be freed. If we can, sorry. If we find evidence that someone else was involved, they may be added to the trial. If you find anything, if you have a good explanation for how it wasn't Archie. Oh god. Provide with a suspect. I plan to find someone with power. I imagine I can find a way. Then I will leave the attempt with you. I'm always glad to visit Archie on the Undulate with you. Okay. If you find yourself short of entertainment in Mrs. Chapman's lodgings, you're always welcome to come out and speak with me. I wouldn't mind having someone to talk to on my rounds now and then. Okay, that's nice, but no thanks. No thanks. Let's go. Judging by the clock, I can afford another errand today. I can afford. What? Oh, okay. Motivator culprit. So now we're making theories. Method, tainted drug, arsenical cloth, unknown methods. Motivator. Cunningham's. I have no idea. This is hard. Okay. Thought over Rachel. Offered unknown. What if I... A lot of these don't work. Does anything work? I'm very confused. Make theories with unknowns to question witnesses, then build a final case. Okay. So I just fill it with unknown. Okay. Goodness. Okay. Well. Yeah, basically. Basically. Can I... Is there a save? So we have like a week or 2 weeks left of this Yule, so before Christmas to try and save Archie, narrate what happened, figure it out. And I thought that we would finish the game, but that's fine. We will do another... I think next week we'll have to finish, do more of what will happen. Last saved a minute ago. Okay, sweet. Sweet. Okay, well that's interesting so far. I'm still very confused on how things are going. Ugh. I'm so confused. How long does this game go? I have no clue. I thought it was gonna be shorter, but I might, like, do some research and see what's going on. I'm very confused. But very interesting so far. Very interesting. Let's see. Where would we... Quite interesting and mysterious? Yes. Yes, indeed. Where would we like to raid into? If anywhere. Do we want to go to... We have a lot of random things, to be honest. A lot of random things. I might just pick somewhere. Let's see. How long have they been up? 2 hours. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so tomorrow we will be throw us into ASMR. True, I very much could. I very much could. Might do something different though. Only one ASMR person is on right now that I'm following. Let us get our command ready. We're just gonna go to a mutual, I think. Make sure to copy pasta. Tomorrow we will be doing ASMR. And then Friday we'll have open lobby. But yes, thanks for hanging out so much. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. I'm sorry we didn't finish the game, but I guess we just have more to uncover. more to figure out. Oh, it'll be okay though. But yeah, even more streams. Yes, I just want to get it over with so we can move on to something else because it's interesting, but it's not like holding my attention. But it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Thanks for making fun moments during this stream. Ah! I'll see you later. Bye.